Hello everyone, my name is Megan Ellsworth and welcome to the Coffee Shop Soundstage brought to you by SRS Distribution here at IRE. I'm so excited to have Chris Coryell here. Hello.
Hi.
We're doing a live podcast.
Love it.
Stories from the Roof. So we're here to learn about you and your story. So let's just start with having you tell us a little bit about you.
A little bit about me. I'm from Oklahoma. I actually live in Norman, Oklahoma. I have a ranch just a couple miles south of Norman.
Okay.
And you can actually see the University of Oklahoma football stadium from my house.
Oh, that's convenient.
Cool. Yeah, it's very convenient. I'm married, been married 27 years to my wife and business partner, and I have 3 sons.
Hi family.
Hi. And one beautiful little granddaughter. So.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so what inspired you to enter the roofing industry? How'd you get here?
Well, living in Oklahoma, we're surrounded by catastrophic weather and disastrous storms. So you're constantly immersed in people that are trying to find solutions, better solutions for solving problems. And bless you. And,
sorry about that.
So, because of living in Oklahoma and being, exposed to the elements all the time, and other states are like that as well.
Yeah.
Oklahoma it's right in your face all the time. So, back in 2010. Bless you.
My gosh, sorry, something got up my nostril. Okay, continue. Back in 2010.
Back in 2010, we had a tornado that came up I-44 into the Newcastle area of Oklahoma, and that's where we lived. And that tornado actually affected us. And I watched the process of restoration after the storm, and I was fascinated by it, but also discouraged in it. I felt like there was a lot of room for improvement between insurance carriers and adjusters and contractors. And so I started investigating the process, and I started trying to understand, how does insurance work with contractors, and how do you properly select a contractor, and how do you make sure that you're getting what you're supposed to get. And so I dug deep into it and then realized there's an opportunity to do things better, a better way. And so that's how I got into it.
That's awesome. What a great origin story. That's really humble roots, and being able to just start from wanting to help people is great. I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, so can you kind of describe your entrepreneurial journey into roofing and the roles that you've held in all the different spots you've been in?
Sure. It's kind of an exciting journey. It's not traditional or typical. I dropped out of college after one semester. I was there on a vocal scholarship in Oklahoma City, and people thought I was crazy, and I probably was. I should have stuck with college, but I dropped out because I had this entrepreneurial spirit. I was ready to go. I wanted to explore. I wanted to experience it and touch it and feel it. And so I quickly got into the workforce, and I ended up at Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola honestly became my university. I learned so much in branding and marketing and service and product delivery, and it was fascinating. For 5 years, I got the absolute #1 trademark in the world. I got to see firsthand how you market that, how you build that, and how you satisfy customers. That's the best thing I learned from them. So I took that and basically leaped into other opportunities, and in 2004 I went out on my own as far as an entrepreneur goes. I had several businesses, and I love entrepreneurship. I love building. I love growing. I love finding solutions, and I love helping people. So that took me through a path of companies, and then obviously 2010 I said, this is where I'm meant to be. This is the field that I need to help people in.
And you've been there ever since.
I have.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are some people along the way? I know you mentioned Coca-Cola, which is so cool, by the way. I mean, who doesn't know Coca-Cola? Everybody knows them.
You want to know an interesting fact?
Oh my gosh, please.
That Coca-Cola logo is seen an average of 7 times per day for every human.
For every human.
7 times a day.
I believe it.
That is
just thinking about
branding.
it. That is. And
amazing.
I could draw it myself, just from top of dome.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, 7 times a day for billions of people.
Right.
Wow, that's powerful.
That's market saturation. That's good.
That really is. They have the market on lock.
That's right.
So who are some of your key mentors that have helped you on your entrepreneurial journey throughout your life?
It's sad to say I really have never had a true mentor.
Yeah.
My papa, Ted Hardwick, was a very, very smart businessman. I learned a lot from him growing up, but that didn't really, later in my life, I didn't have a lot of interaction with him. So I can't say that I truly had a mentor, but I'll say this. My wife is my absolute rock, my number one partner. She and I are literally so good together in business. And so I think in terms of mentorship, she's mentored me and I've mentored her, and we've helped each other. She's so much different than me. Her personality, I'm a high-flying visionary, and she's a duty fulfiller, and we basically work perfectly together, and she's been a mentor to me in so many ways that I don't understand, and she helps me with. So I think
Good
it's
answer.
made us a great team.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. The yin and the yang.
Yeah,
love it.
we are.
Yes, and good answer.
She's at home right now in the absolute freezing cold, -14, iced over in Oklahoma. She's sitting at home taking care of our cattle. She's an amazing woman.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's cold. That is really cold.
It's cold.
And I'm sure that's even without wind chill. Like, throw the wind in there and it's even worse.
I think that's with wind chill.
No,
I think
okay.
it was 2 degrees, and then wind chill was like -14. But
Oh,
hey, that's cold.
That's
I don't care how.
Yeah.
Once you're below 32, it's cold.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I love your answer about your wife. Maybe you can talk about some lessons you've learned throughout your career, and I bet some of them probably come from your wife too.
I've learned a lot of lessons throughout my career. You know, I've been in the entertainment industry as far as home entertainment. I literally owned a company that I designed home theater systems and whole house automation and audio and video and lighting. So I learned a tremendous amount there. I learned a ton. I actually had some trucks in the oil field for hot shotting.
Oh, wow.
I did that for a while, and it was powerful. But I think the best lesson I learned is what not to do. You know,
Yeah.
I think those are the things that stick out the most. You know, I've been exposed to people in the roofing industry that were less than honorable and didn't carry integrity, and I got to see firsthand, this is what I don't want to do. This is who I don't want to be that person. And so that's made me so focused on the core values of our company, which are a commitment to excellence, a commitment to integrity, and a commitment to growth.
Yeah.
And so those core values hold dear to me because I've seen what it looks like when you're not that in the roofing industry, or any industry for that matter.
Yeah. That is such a valuable lesson to learn, especially early on in your life. That's something I remember my mom telling me in high school when I was teaching music lessons to little kids, and I was like, I don't think I like teaching. I don't think I like this. And she said, you know, it's almost more important to learn what you don't like to do than what you do like to do. Because well, you know you don't want to go this direction. You have so many other directions to try and go from there. So I love that. That's such a good lesson.
That's a great point. I mean, understanding what you don't want to be. I was going to be an accountant.
Look at you now.
I quickly realized, don't put me in a room. Like, don't put me in a box. I got to get out and move around.
I should definitely never be an accountant also.
Here's an interesting thing. I also wanted to be a country music singer. That was my passion.
Well, you have the look.
Oh, well, thanks. I think that's good.
That is a good thing.
But no, I actually had the opportunity with Garth Brooks in
Oklahoma.
Cool. And here, quick story.
Yeah.
I was doing a home theater project for Garth and Trisha in Oklahoma.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got to talk to him. I was 30 years old, obviously married, successful, kids, the whole thing. And I'm helping him. And literally, I told him, I said, I've wanted what you do for my entire life. This is my passion. And he said, all right, well, can you sing? And I said, well, yeah. And can you play? Yeah. And he said, are you married to Oklahoma? And I said, no, I'm married to her. My wife was standing next to me. And I said, if she'll go with me, I'll go anywhere. And he said, you got to go to Nashville, and I'll help you. I'll send you. And then my wife asked the most pivotal question of my life. She looked at Garth and said, if you could do it over again, would you do it? And he said, no, not with kids.
Wow.
The minute he said that, my idol growing up, the minute he said that, it literally made me realize my 3 sons are so much more valuable than my dream of being on the stage in Nashville.
Wow.
That's when I realized that's something that I didn't need to be doing. Valuable lesson.
That is a huge lesson, and especially coming from Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Like, of course you're going to pay attention to that.
That's ultimate closure.
Yeah. That really, you're like, okay, I made the right choice.
Yeah.
Garth said so.
That's right. I know, right? And the cool thing is that my wife is the one that got to lead me to that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have asked that question.
Right. Because that is a really poignant question to ask, especially as someone you look up to, you idolize, and you want to follow in their footsteps in any industry.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna write that down, people. That's
I really
good.
believe God was guiding her that day and
Yeah.
helped her understand the perfect question to ask to give me what I needed. And then I've never looked back.
Yeah.
I'll see the CMAs or the ACMs and I get a little sad and I get my guitar out and, I'm like, I wish I could do that. But honestly, I love exactly where I'm at in life. And I love the roofing industry too.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so exciting to help people and everybody needs it.
I know everybody needs a roof.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a roof. Okay. So Duralast, you work with them very closely. Why? What's so special about Duralast, and why do you choose to constantly work with their product?
Well, I say this very cautiously towards all manufacturers and distributors and vendors here at this show, but I think a mistake a lot of contractors make is they don't pick a horse and ride it. And 13 years ago, we did that with Duralast.
Cool.
And I said, this is our partner. And we're going to stay on this horse, and we're not getting off. And that has been one of the most beneficial things for us as a contractor. Duralast is so contractor focused. They don't even consider distribution.
Yep.
They work directly with the contractor. Their contractor support is unparalleled.
Yeah.
Their marketing team, Andrea Fisher, she's amazing.
Shout out.
And she helps us in ways that I'm a visionary. I have ideas all the time. We're doing something in Tennessee right now that will blow people's mind. And
Awesome.
Andrea came down and helped me with that. And Aaron Kisser, the QA director, and the entire team. I mean, I've got a personal relationship with them. I was at dinner with them last night. They are family, and we love Duralast. And the reason they're that is because they pour into us, and it gives us the ability to pour into them. I have confidence in telling every one of my clients, our relationship with Duralast protects you. We will always be there for you, but even if something were to happen to us, Duralast they've got us.
Wow.
They've got your back.
Wow. And there's nothing more important than that.
Oh, it's so powerful. They have been such a partner to us, and our success is on their back. It truly is.
That's
because
awesome.
even during the COVID era when supply chain issues were going on, we literally worked with Duralast to create some opportunities to stay in the game and keep material going by elevating the type of system that we were offering. And then we would have to tell customers, it's going to cost more, but I can get it for you. And you know what? There's a lot of customers that time is worth a lot more than money.
Oh, yeah.
And so if they have to wait 9 months on a builder grade product, and Duralast has the higher end of their product line available because the masses typically go for the lower quality systems, we go for the high quality systems. We put the best on the roofs, and we follow standards to do that. And we promote standards. We're going state to state, talking with all educators and municipalities, entities that need help, they need guidance. We're using standards throughout all of those states. And the reason we're doing that is because we have confidence in the fact that Duralast has sent their products to FM approvals and had them certified, their systems. And we have a robust offering to our customers that fit no matter where they're at. Duralast did that. You know, they've poured into us and we pour into them, and that relationship is as strong as it could possibly be.
That is so amazing. And when we spoke with Andrea about this podcast series, Stories from the Roof, you were the first that came to her mind too. So she said, you have to talk to Chris. And so I've been really looking forward to this. So thank you for your time today
thank you.
and sharing your story. We still have more to come. Don't worry. So You've received some awards from Duralast over the years. Can you tell us a little bit about them and which maybe is the most significant to you?
It has been a fun climb, I can tell you that. You know, I remember when we first started with Duralast, we didn't even go to the awards banquets or the sales seminar because we were just a smaller contractor. You know, we started off doing residential, and we blew residential up in the Oklahoma market, and then we made a switch to all commercial because we saw the opportunity. There was more help needed there. There's a lot of residential contractors, and we could make a difference, but I felt like we could make a bigger difference on the commercial side.
Yeah.
But that progression, and I'm sorry, I forgot the question you asked.
Oh, your favorite award that you've gotten.
Okay. I get chase rabbits
I know,
a lot.
me too.
So the favorite award would just simply be, as we've gone through those years, we climbed in rank, and Duralast started recognizing us based on our sales volume and based on things that we've done. I would say Tampa, Florida, January 2024, being named Duralast Contractor of the Year.
Special.
Getting a Platinum Eagle, setting the record for the most material ever purchased from Duralast to that point.
Whoa.
We broke records. And on top of that, we got some serious recognition from it, and thank you to Duralast for that.
Yeah.
But our quality assurance scores were also at the top with Duralast.
Wow.
That's what I'm proud of.
Yeah.
We were literally in the high 99 percentile or 98 percentile of quality assurance scores on all the millions of square feet that we installed. So that's a pretty prestigious award.
That is, 98 percentile. That is, I don't even know if you can get better than that. That's crazy.
It's pretty impressive.
Wow.
We've got an amazing team, and we have all these checks and balances to make sure that it's precise. There's precision and excellence in everything that we do. So by the time a customer takes the keys to their new roof, we know exactly what they're going to experience.
Yeah.
And that the peace of mind with Duralast and us, that's why they recognize it.
Yeah.
That's why they give an award.
Yeah. Well, and obviously your customers know what they're going to get too. You know, whether they hear it through word of mouth or your website or just working with you on a previous project or whatever, they obviously know what they're going to get from you and Duralast as well. That's amazing.
Cool,
congratulations.
Right?
That's really exciting.
Thank you.
That's cool.
I think the other thing I look at with the Duralast Awards, what it does for our team. So we have such an amazing team, a special culture.
That's awesome.
We're family. We take care of each other. We're spread throughout 6 states right now, but literally everybody understands the heartbeat of each other. And so for years, I have used the Duralast Sales Seminar as a way to motivate and inspire our team. It's our Super Bowl trophy, if you will.
That's awesome.
And we constantly work to climb the ranks. So I remember in 2020, we had Vision 2020 or 2020 Vision, flip it around. And it was all about being top 3 with Duralast.
That's awesome.
We've done that throughout the years. We went from being number 21 in the country to number 7 in the country. I'm sorry, number 10, then number 7, then number 5, then number 3. And we got to number 1, and we were in the top 3 again this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what a morale boost for the team as well. And winning awards is it gives you a new sense of urgency and what matters and just confidence. And what a great way to start a year off too. Like you said, January 2024. You're like, I can take on this year.
Yeah. Here's a really cool thing about that. We are a very inclusive company. So we win together, we lose together as a team.
Yep.
Nobody gets left behind.
Love.
We're all in. We love each other. And so when we get awards, we all go.
Oh, that's awesome.
I remember 4 years ago, I called Tom Saley, the CEO of Duralast at the time. He's since retired, but I called him and I said, Tom, we're growing.
Yeah.
And we're doing great things, but we're going to become a stress on Duralast at this seminar for the awards banquet. But I don't feel right about not letting everybody who pulled on the same rope all year long. I don't feel right about not leaving anybody home.
Right.
They all deserve to stand on stage and receive an award. We all do. And unfortunately at the time I had to say, Tom, it's either all of us or none of us. And Tom said, Chris, don't worry. We've got you. Bring the people you need to bring.
That's awesome.
And I think that year we had something like 45 guests in the banquet hall.
That's awesome.
This year we had 100.
Oh,
and Durlast accommodated us.
Oh my, they're so great.
I feel like maybe we're we're reaching our limit. But it is amazing to see everybody get to go to, like, we were in Tampa in 24. We were in San Antonio in 25. Our entire team and all their spouses and their kids got to go and celebrate together. Isn't that cool?
That's so cool. And what a fun team bonding moment, too. You're all together in person. Like you said, sometimes you're spread out between 6 states. So you all get to chat and enjoy the time together and experience such a special event.
It was amazing.
Okay. So in one word, or I'll take a small sentence, how would you describe the quality that is most important in a coworker in one word or a small sentence?
Integrity. No question.
Yep, agreed.
Our culture is so valuable to us. There's not been one person in our company that's been brought in without me meeting them first, interviewing them, understanding who they are. We protect our culture. We protect our team, we protect our values, our core values, and one of those is integrity.
Yeah.
So when I see that people have integrity, like for example, the viewers can't see this, but sitting behind this set is our new director of marketing. He's literally been with us less than 2 weeks. His name is Jim Vidmar from Oklahoma City, actually Norman, Oklahoma. And Jim was a professor at the University of Oklahoma for 18 years in the marketing department.
Wow.
He was then the director of marketing for the marketing department at the University of Oklahoma. Now, if you can market a marketing department, you're good.
You're good.
But what really drew us to Jim as we were seeking to fill that position, I wanted a mentor for the people that were working underneath him. I wanted somebody that was a seasoned veteran and knew how to teach and mentor and help these people. So we got that. And the thing that Jim showed me right off the bat is his core values lined up with ours. His commitment to excellence, commitment to integrity, and his commitment to growth.
Love it.
So that's how we've built our team. People that are customer focused, that care. I want servant leaders. That's who we want. And if we can do that, we serve each other and we serve our clients, and then nobody ever has to deal with what am I going to do.
Yep. And I mean, you said it, you were looking for someone that could mentor the next generation. You literally got that. A literal professor in what he's doing. Like a absolute knows exactly what he's doing. That's amazing, and can share that.
And I think that's the thing, one of the things that we had, before this interview, we had talked about is, what are you most proud of? And I'm not trying to lead your question, but it just made me think about, as we discussed that, I think I'm most proud of the fact that we change lives.
Yeah. As you should be.
Roofing's very, very important, and we're changing that industry. We are doing it. It's happening right now. We're raising standards. We're raising expectations. High tide raises all ships. And we are truly working hard to bring every contractor out there to a higher level of excellence and standards for the customers.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
That is.
But I'm proud of that. I'm proud of what we've accomplished. I'm proud of the trophies that we received. I'm proud of the Roofing Contractor Magazine Contractor of the Year. I'm proud of all of those things. But the thing I'm most proud of is to see the people inside of our company, the way that they've grown and developed. It is phenomenal.
Awesome.
Financially, professionally, spiritually, we're literally building something that is changing lives everywhere we touch. And that is special to me.
That is special, and it's awe-inspiring. It's the actual definition of awesome. That is really, really cool. So, besides what you just said, what aspects of the work you're doing at Coryell Roofing bring you the most satisfaction?
I'm a visionary. So I think I get most satisfaction out of. We're going through the EOS model right now.
Oh, we use EOS.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, it's
amazing.
great. It's so helpful.
Great coach, Dawn Clark, in Fort Worth, Texas. Little promo for her.
Oh, hi, Dawn.
Amazing. Dawn Clark Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
But going through that EOS model has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I lost track of the question again. What did you ask
What
me?
brings you the most satisfaction at work?
But going through the EOS model has helped me to understand that at being a visionary, I need a supporting cast around me. I need an integrator. I need directors. Because as they point out in EOS, a visionary can have 20 ideas before breakfast. And I do a lot. And I'm constantly thinking about, how do we make things better? How do we help more people? How do we reach more people? And so that's probably the most satisfying thing to me is when I share a vision with our team and then I get to watch it executed. That's fun.
Yeah,
like
and you get to kind of start this idea bubble, and then you see it grow and grow and grow, and then grow into its own thing that you have really no fingers in.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly. And then to watch the growth that comes from that. You know, it's one thing to implement something and you say, well, that improved the process or that helped here or there. From a visionary standpoint. But when you can create something, which we've done several times, that's never been done before, and innovate and bring technology and unbelievable features to what our product offerings and our service offerings, when you can do that and you see an immediate impact in growth, that's rewarding.
That is. That is. And with that growth, seeing something like the Duralast Award coming from that growth, and you started that. That's awesome.
It's fun.
That is fun. Okay, so we have 2 more questions left. What advice would you give newcomers to the roofing industry? Maybe someone wants to start their own company, or they're just joining a team on a manufacturer or at a manufacturer. What advice would you have for newbies?
Number one, focus on being the best. And that's not, too many contractors want to be all things for all customers. And you can't do that. You just absolutely can't. You have to pick a niche. You have to pick a specialty. There are contractors that are great at being residential and commercial. When you get to a certain point. I think as you grow and evolve as a company, you can have multiple divisions in your company, but that's very difficult to be great at one or the other. And I think a lot of times contractors are so eager for business that they're willing to compromise who they really should be. Find the area that you can help people. Find the area that you can actually make a difference in this industry, and focus there. And then provide loyalty to the people who help get you there, the Duralasts of the world. Partner with people. Be an ally. Be a resource, no matter who you're working with. It might be an insurance adjuster. It might be a vendor. It might be the customer. No matter who you are working with, be a resource. Because if you're combative, if you're difficult, if you're constantly trying to get your way, I just finished our entire team read High Road Leadership by John Maxwell.
Oh, okay.
And I want so desperately for contractors to be high road leaders.
Yeah.
And I think if anybody could pick up that book, High Road Leadership by John Maxwell, and focus on being a high road leader, not middle road, not low road, be high road in everything you do. That would be my advice to people getting into the roofing industry.
Oh, that's great advice. And I'm going to write down that book title after this because I want to read that. Okay. So, is this your first interaction with Roofers Coffee Shop? Had you heard of us before?
Yes, I have heard of you for years and years. I've seen you at IRE.
Good.
I've listened to your podcast. So I know Roofers Coffee Shop, and actually our Director of Operations and National Accounts, Anthony Velez, you guys actually did an interview with him in our office. I think it was about 1.5 years, 2 years ago.
Oh, incredible. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's awesome. In your office. Wow. Okay, great.
Well, through video. But
Yes. Okay, well, last question is, what do you enjoy most about being a part of the Roofers Coffee Shop community?
Just the exposure to information, the collaboration between other contractors and vendors and manufacturers. I think it just brings the community together, and you guys give people a destination to go for anything that you'd need to know, and that's a powerful thing.
Hey, well, thank you so much.
You bet.
this has been so fun, Chris. Really getting to know you, and I hope everyone at home has enjoyed this podcast. This will all be up on podcast streaming platforms wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever, in the next couple days, and you can listen to it back and back and back, and it'll also be up on YouTube. Thank you so much.
Thank
again.
you.
This has been so fun.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, everyone check out Coryell Roofing if you're in the Oklahoma City area. And where are your other locations?
We're in 6 states. We are
Okay.
Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and the great state of Tennessee.
Perfect. Okay, so if you're in any of those states and you have a problem with your roof, you know who to call. And thank you, Duralast, for saying that we need to do this podcast with Chris. I'm so thankful. And thank you, Duralast, for everything you do for the industry. So this has been Stories from the Roof. I'm so glad we got to hear Chris's story, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next Stories from the Roof later, whenever.